All right, there we go. So, well, I said I had nothing to say, but I do have something to say. Anyone who is listening should go back either on Rumble or YouTube or whatever podcast and listen to our, what was the horror one?
Top 5 non-franchise horror movies.
That's a mouthful for me. Or the top 5 comedies for under a million, which was much tougher than we thought it would be. Or go back 3 podcasts ago if they haven't heard it and listen to us bitch about Ezra Miller. But yeah, I suppose what's the next list one? I just literally you just said it and
Top 5 non-franchise Disney.
damn it, you and that non-franchise. I can't say those words even though I just said it. Yeah. Yeah, and then I was thinking that Wisconsin one, but you're right, that's too easy. There's Wisconsin, Wisconsin until some of the incidences we had in the last couple of years. Now we're constantly in the news for stupid crap. Um, the I think a lot of people would actually be like, "Where's Wisconsin? Isn't that up by Maine or something?" I wouldn't be surprised if
I,
you
I
got that.
wish you could get dollar lobsters.
Oh, that would be good. The steak, picture of the steak I sent you.
Yeah.
I should have sent you the hamburgers. I had hamburger with where the cheese is like inside the hamburger. It's
Oh
Angus,
yeah.
and I cooked that up. Um, that's why I said when you come up for Halloween, we're gonna have steak because Angie and I did the math. We were just dicking around doing the math because meat's obviously gotten more expensive and stuff. But even with meat getting more expensive, the 2 T-bones, my spotted cow, Angie's wine, and the vegetables we grilled, I think the total would be, and some condiments and stuff. The total we figured out to be somewhere around $30. The maybe a little bit more. If we would have went to the restaurant, your vegetables would have been part of the side, whatever. But the T-bone and I didn't get small T-bones. I got big T-bones.
Yeah.
And the beer, the wine, all that stuff, and then tip would have been around $80. And whenever we go to a restaurant that has like steak, we generally get steak, and it's never bad, but a lot of times it's just bland. And sometimes I'm surprised and I get a good steak. Well, the ones we had yesterday, they were freaking awesome. I put it on a slow cook. I stuck a probe in there because our grill has like Bluetooth and crap like that. So we just had the phone set up with the Bluetooth so we could see when it hit the exact temperature. As soon as that hit, we flipped them over, turned that side of the grill off, um, threw our garlic butter and crap on it and stuff, and then I cinched the pitcher. But it's one of the best steaks I've had in ages. I'm like, why the hell do I even go out to eat anymore? I know how to cook.
It ease.
You know, I you're right. It is. The problem is I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, I think it's because I'm getting older. I kind of like grilling. I grilled
Oh, I love
hamburgers
grilling.
tonight.
I grill all the time.
Well, my dad they didn't want their smoker anymore. He made a trip all the way over here just to bring me his damn smoker.
Yeah, I
So
got a
now I got a
smoker.
smoker. Yeah, I got
I
to
put
figure out how to use
brisket
it and
on there,
stuff.
ribs.
That's what I
Yeah.
want to do. So we might do brisket when you're up here.
That's fantastic. Love brisket.
Yeah, and then of course I got a lot of alcohol too. But yeah, I'm gonna do brisket. I'll do some. We'll go get some steaks because it's cheaper than eating out, anyways. Um, and then what else was I gonna do too? There was something else when you were up here I wanted to do.
Oh, those hookers.
Yeah, that goes without saying though.
Yeah. This time, female, please. Let's not have any mistakes.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Picky.
Well, I'm sorry. I got
How,
to put my foot down on this one this time.
how you think I saved the money for the T-bones?
We'll get ribeyes.
I'll edit that out. No, I won't. It yeah. Now I'm not even hungry, and now I'm kind of hungry. It's you're not a big vegetable. Well, no, you eat vegetables sometimes, don't you?
If it's on the grill, I'm gonna eat it. I like vegetables on the grill.
Yeah, vegetables on the grill are freaking amazing. So we
I put
bought
peppers
trays
on
just
there,
for that.
onions,
Oh yeah,
asparagus. Yeah.
hell yeah. There's a new one for me is because I like Bloody Marys. I know you're not a Bloody Mary guy, but there's a sweet onion, and I like onions, but sweet onions it looks like a dollop, like a almost like a garlic clove of it, and I'm like that's
Mm-hmm.
just gross looking. And so I had one. I'm like screw it, I'm gonna eat it. Oh my god, it was like eating candy.
You
It
ever had
was
a Vidalia?
so good. What's that?
Ever had a Vidalia onion?
What's a Vidalia? I mean,
Vidalia onions are very sweet onions. They're only in season 3 months out of the year.
are they real small and they're almost
They look
translucent?
like UFOs. They're big, flat. They're giant onions, but they're big and flat like a UFO.
Oh no, I haven't had that.
Oh yeah,
When
those are
are they
very
in
good.
season?
Mid spring to early summer.
Well, I'll have to look
They're
that
out
up.
of season now.
Another thing I want to get to is I was not aware that Wisconsin is like the largest producer of cranberries, and
Yeah, I get that big patch.
like Ocean Spray is there
Yeah,
here or something. Like they're ridiculously well known for it, which I was not aware of. But that shows you how
but
often I get out.
I don't care about cranberries. So
Oh, I love cranberries. I don't know what it is. I love cranberry juice. It's good for the STDs and stuff like that. But the hey, you're the one talking about the male hookers. It
but they were clean. Come on,
yeah, they were when I got done. But
that's the problem.
yeah. Thanks for coming. Here's your gallon of cranberry for your parting gift. It
You want to guzzle that before tomorrow morning.
was going living so close to Door County, we go to Door County a lot, and I wasn't aware that Door County is really well known
Cherries?
for
Oh yeah,
cherries.
oh yeah.
It so we were up there. I don't know. We were up there a couple months ago, and we were driving around the wineries and stuff.
Door County is
And
also one of the most haunted places in Wisconsin.
I've done two haunted tours up there. One of them didn't suck, and it yeah, actually it is really good. But cherry. I don't know why I thought cherry trees would be like a palm tree or a banana tree where it had to be down south. I didn't know they survived up here. So
Okay.
I'm thinking of putting one of those in my backyard where I can have cherries.
Well, okay. I mean, sure.
Well,
Why don't you put an apple tree back there too, big shot?
I was thinking of that too.
Uh huh.
It when I was a kid, we had
Three
apple
days into
trees.
spraying that shit for bugs, you're out.
That's why I got the blue light that zaps those bastards. That thing's awesome. I love sitting there and hearing the bleep. You're like, what the hell? That was a big one. It yeah, I got a bug light out there. I got a bunch of tiki torches with citronella oil in it, so it keeps bugs away. It's there's no bug in my backyard. I fog it. I got rid of did I have all the new cement last time you were up here?
No, but you showed me the pictures.
Yeah, so the backyard, I used to have that big tree line in the backyard. That's all gone. I
You
said,
showed me
fuck oxygen. I took it all out.
3x3 picture. You were 80 yards back and you had a 3x3 curtain hanging there. That's my movie screen. Like, holy cow! I guess I can see it in the distance.
Hey, when you're drinking, it doesn't matter. When you're in the when you're in the backyard, you don't put movies on that you want to pay attention to.
So Netflix then.
Oh my God, Chris was yelling "f this" and "f that" constantly when we were outside. I think I might have like did a one of those sneeze pukes
Yeah,
because I ate so much and drank so much that when I sneezed, more came up. I'm like, well, that sucks. So you have to spit and then you just rally and keep drinking.
done it. Yeah,
Yeah, kind of like the alley of by the firefighter bar.
that alley saw a lot of action.
Oh my God, yes, I left so much DNA there, and not in a sick way. Well, kind
No,
of in a sick way.
mine was. Yep, that was a refund.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
refund
all.
alley.
Yes, it was Refund Alley. I like that. Yeah, we're sticking with that one. It. Oh my God, they should have sold shirts there called Refund Alley.
Visit refund alley.
They would have probably made a killing.
Well, that
It.
firefighter. I mean, they're pouring them down your throat, literally. I mean,
Oh yes, they're walking across the bars. You're leaning backwards
that
on
place
it.
was so awesome, though.
I know. I missed that bar.
Then it became a frat bar, and now it's just a hollow shell.
That bar was the bomb too because you'd go in there and it didn't matter who you were. You always felt like because you know how when you walk into a bar and they look at you and they give you that and you just instantly get that feeling like, oh, they don't even want me here.
Ned Kelly's.
Yes, which is funny. Well, I don't have my beard right now, but which is funny is because I probably am more related blood wise to the actual Ned Kelly than any of those bastards working there.
Well, stirrups too. After a while, I was like, okay, we are clearly too old for this establishment.
Yeah, that one I kind of got though. We did age out of that.
How you age out of a bar for Christ's sake? You have to be 21 to drink.
Well, I know, but I mean, it's
People in their 30s. Well, you were touching 40 when we stopped going there, but
I'm touching
not
50
quite.
now.
Yeah, but you weren't quite touching 40. We stopped going there. I mean, we're on 20s, 30s going up there, and every time you walk in, you get that stare, like, oh, pardon the fuck out of me.
Yeah, it was
Of course,
bad.
we all know that Brewbaker's had the best service.
Oh my God, yes. And we were there last night. So then you know how it turned into the Libertine after that, and
Yeah,
it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. They were nice to us, but
They had
when
that
you're the
stupid game with the pounding the nails into the wood.
that's
That's
Ned Kelly's.
genius. Oh, was that them? No, that was the other
Yeah,
team, wasn't it?
no, that was Ned
Really?
Kelly's.
I
We've
just
we've
I thought
actually had good times at Ned Kelly's.
that was after they like changed over ownership or something.
Well, no, what happened is they changed it and it got worse because remember we walked in there and you could tell they just revarnished all the wood and it just stunk like crap and we couldn't
Oh,
even get service.
yeah.
Like I remember holding like a 50 or 100 or something. I remember it was a bigger bill because I'm like, God, I hope they can break this. And they just kept ignoring us. It's and that's before we were doing this podcast crap, so they knew how much of assholes we were.
Well, I don't
Um,
know why they changed them bars. They were going so good.
though, when we first started, before I moved to Green Bay and we started coming up here from Milwaukee and we'd stay up here, remember though on Sundays it was a ghost town? Like
Oh
nothing
yeah.
was open. It's not like that anymore. We can, in fact, we'll probably go when you're up here. You can go downtown and like the arcade bars open. I think it's called Player Two or something like that.
Yeah, because Packers, who cares anymore?
I don't. I'm so
Yeah,
done with
who gives a
sports. I
shit?
mean, don't get me wrong. I'll still watch the games, but I'm not.
What was the one frog where almost got into the fight and you were completely oblivious?
Oh, the sardine can.
Sardine
But
can with Wise and I are like, because they closed it, and then that one bartender shut the door.
well, I knew it was shady as crap. It wasn't until we were leaving though that you guys were pointing it out, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Cause you're standing there like, talking to that big guy, and the other dude's like squaring up Wise and I, and we're trying to like move
And then he
so that
tried
he
to
can't.
kick. He tried kicking at us, and he went through the bar stool.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, though, it was probably better I didn't realize they were trying to pick a fight because I didn't look like a puss then. They were
yeah,
probably
you were just
getting
kind of,
more. I was talking to them. They were probably getting more angry at the fact that I was just like, "Hey, how's it going?"
yeah, it did, but yeah. And then when we get out in there, Wise like, God, Cox, you need to get your head in the game.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, in all fairness, I didn't puss out, and I didn't start that.
No, they came back there and they were giving us shit, and then when
That
I noticed,
bartender had something to do with that.
of course she did. She shut the door on. That door was open that entire time until those guys got back there.
Well, I remember she pokes her head out and she looks back and forth like, "All right, nobody's witnessing." Click,
Yep.
and those
And
guys
that's
come
like
right
right when
at
I'm like,
us.
oh Christ. They came back
Yeah.
there, that dump hole.
The funny thing is I've been in that bar a bunch of times, had a great experience at that bar
Oh
a bunch of
no,
times,
we did go
but
back when Peter tried to steal the motorcycle.
that was going to be the other one I was going to say. Between the one where they tried doing the fight with us that failed miserably for them, it failed so bad I didn't even realize it was happening, and then the motorcycle one. Yeah. First of all, why the hell did they park the motorcycle with the keys in it in the beer garden? But
Yeah,
I don't believe in victim blaming either, though. So, with that said, what the hell was Peter thinking?
he wasn't. He was stone drunk.
Oh God, yeah.
He went downhill fast that day.
I think he would if we would have let him. I think he would have drove it out of there.
Of course he would.
He wouldn't have made it far.
Nope, and he would smash it up, and that would have been a whole thing.
Oh my God, and I would have been the one who got arrested for it. Peter would have
Probably.
walked scot free. You know that.
Why didn't you stop him? You're going to jail, punk. What?
Yeah,
What?
you're obviously the most sober here. No, I'm not. The rearview mirror attacked me.
Oh,
It.
we stopped drinking because we had to watch him.
Well, we had to because we had to babysit him. That's not the only time he did that. I mean, we've all had our ass nights up there, but he's had a few. Yeah, I don't know. I just try to avoid cops. I get a. I don't know what it is. It could be like 20 of us causing problems. I could be actually not causing any problems, and I'm the one who's going to get arrested.
Well, we got hassled because of you that time.
I got arrested.
We were inconvenienced, okay? I think we all had our share.
I had to pay a fine for that shit.
Oh, boo-hoo.
I'm the one who got hit.
I had to put my bottle of Gatorade down so they could frisk me. How do you think I felt? Humiliated.
Peter got his key smacked out of his hands. I
Yep.
still remember that. Where are you guys from? Milwaukee. Where are you staying? Over there. Where's your car? Milwaukee. Because Peter didn't drive.
Yeah, he didn't drive.
You know what? The one cop was actually decent because the one cop even said, he goes, I'd let you guys go. I don't, but he wasn't the superior there.
Yeah.
And the superior, I don't know what his deal was. He just had a bug
He
up
wanted
his
he wanted
ass.
he wanted you as a number for that night. That's all.
He did because there was no reason for that. He could have let us all walk. We were a block and a half away from our hotel. We did not instigate what happened.
We walked away.
Well, I was yelling at him.
So what? You were still walking away.
That's true. I was walking backwards yelling at him. I mean, the cops witnessed him hit me. And the funny thing is his friends actually grabbed him and pulled him back too because I was talking to his friends. There was no problem. We were just joking around because there was those kids throwing snowballs
Yeah.
at cars and the cops were right there. And what pissed him off and why he came over to me to begin with was I'm like, dude, there's a cop right there. I wouldn't be throwing those snowballs. And he got pissed I told him what to do. I wasn't telling him what to do. I was just letting him know there was a cop there.
Yeah.
There I'm trying to be the good guy and I'm the one who gets arrested. See, I
Foolish. Let it
told you.
happen. Let it happen.
Were you with me
Well,
the night that we were walking out of stirrups and we got slammed up against the wall and they just did a quick pat and then pushed us to keep moving? There was like a fight breaking out and they were just arriving and they were like
I was
grabbing everyone.
there.
And
We were there, but not in that bar at that time.
is that what it was? Like we weren't
We
involved with the fight. We didn't
we
do
had gotten
anything.
separated, and we were trying to find you, and we were going like bar to bar, and you weren't answering your text messages.
Yeah, because whatever it was, I mean, I was drunk. I won't deny that. But whatever it was, I wasn't involved with it. I just happened to
Yeah.
be there when it was happening.
Yeah.
And I wasn't the only one who got grabbed. A
Yeah.
bunch of people who were walking by were getting pushed up and patted down. It was more like a grab, slam your head into the concrete wall, pat your ass, and go, and then push your head across the wall.
Well,
I
remember
thought
the
you were
time?
with me on that one.
I don't think I was with you at that bar. I was with you for that trip.
Yeah, the cops used to be. The funny thing is that I never used to blame the cops for that, though. I was always kind of like, you know what?
You're
If you're a
being the
little
drunk
rough,
asshole
you're
from
keeping it
all night.
clean. What's that?
Well, I remember the Cub Foods. We were like, oh, that guy in that motorcycle moped thing.
Oh my
And then
God.
later that night, he's swerving, almost slams into that cop car. We're doing 3 miles an hour in the van.
Well, and there was construction going on, and I was
Mm.
sober at that point,
Yeah,
but
you were
I'm
not. You weren't
driving.
drinking.
It was like it wasn't raining. I don't know what the deal was. I think it was just
Well, I
all
think
the
it's like
lights, the construction, and
I
that
think it had
scooter's going
snowed.
like this.
I think it had snowed a little bit.
Maybe that's what it was, because I remember there was something that made it just a little extra tense when I'm driving, and I'm like, "Oh my God, don't hit
Yeah.
me." I still think it was funny when they towed his scooter though, because it was just hanging there like a
Yes.
Christmas tree ornament.
Yeah.
So
The next
anyone
morning,
listening to this rambling at this point, there we saw a scooter at what do you think about 11 in the morning at Pick and Save,
yeah, probably, yeah.
and then we kept seeing this thing all day long. And then at night at bar time, we saw him and he was almost hitting us. He almost sideswiped a cop car. He got pulled over, which is good because I think that cop might have pulled us over otherwise. And then when they towed it, they literally had the scooter hanging on the tow hook like it was a Christmas ornament.
He was they were gonna pull us over. We were doing 3 miles an hour, but they noticed we were all looking back, including you, and that
Well,
drew his
yeah. Well, I
attention.
was looking back and forth. We were safe. I wasn't
Yeah,
driving
yeah,
irrationally,
yeah,
but well, I was going slow too because of that scooter, though.
yeah.
I mean, we knew he was drunk. So at the grocery store, we saw him. He wasn't drunk yet, but he was buying beer. When we saw him again later on Military Avenue, going by like where GB Games is and stuff,
Yeah.
um, he was drunk at that point because I remember he was all over the road because we were laughing about how impressed we were that he was still maintaining at bar time. It might not have been bar
And
time. It might have just been like 10:30 or something.
it
But
was getting close though. I thought it was like
I,
midnight.
th- I think we were coming home from the game. Maybe was it? It
Oh,
was
that might
probably
have
a
been.
night
It was
game,
might have been the game. Yeah.
but he was lit. He
Oh,
was
gone.
very lit.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was. I mean, I still remember seeing that damn scooter hanging off that tow truck. I'm like, that is the funniest crap I've ever seen. And now that hotel's gone. That
That
was
was
a
a fun
good
trip too.
hotel.
Going up there. Yeah, Rich. By the way, those reservations you made, that hotel was closed,
Yeah, yeah. Thank God we got a hotel room that night.
and they never
Well,
fucking told you.
yeah, that's insane. And then they knew me by name when I went in there too, which that probably wasn't a good thing. But it.
Dude, we were not. Come on.
Well, remember the time we spent more money at the Holiday Inn across the road, which it's not Holiday Inn now, but and the signal was really bad on it on the TV, and we called
Oh
and
yeah, that's
complained, and they're
terrible.
like, "Well, don't touch it. You'll take all the TVs out on the floor." We're like, "What kind of shithole are you running here? That
Oh yeah, it
you're?"
was a dump.
Yeah, that was God. That was horrible. And then one time we stayed at the one next to it, which when the hotel got torn down, you had booked, but luckily you could cancel.
Oh,
That
that
place was
embassy.
yeah, that place was
Yeah.
nice, but it's
Well, I mean,
expensive
I
as
was
hell.
desperate. I had no idea that Quality Inn was down the road.
Actually, when if that was the only one and we didn't get the quality, I was just gonna say, "Screw it, let's just stay at my house, it ain't worth it,"
Yeah, probably.
because that was way too expensive. But then the quality, that turned out I mean, it was quality was a shithole, but it
It was
was
our shithole.
alright. Yeah. Actually, I ended up liking it. I like the Quality Inn just because they knew us, they treated us really well. We had that weird room that had like multiple beds and two
Yeah.
TVs and stuff.
That
I
was
don't
right
know, it
next
was
to the
like
Irish
home.
bar. That was right next to the Irish bar.
Well, the new place, the Quality Inn was, yeah.
Yeah,
Or not the
yeah,
Quality Inn, well, no, it is Quality Inn. It was the Best
yeah.
Western when I got married and had my reception there. It wasn't, it wasn't as shitty then. Well, back then, that's when Lombardi had his office there. Lombardi wasn't alive. It's just obvious I'm not that old, but
Oh, and then we went down. We're drunk as hell, hungover, and they give us that Coach's restaurant that was across the street from Days Inn.
oh my
We
god,
got
that's the
ice in my
worst.
orange juice and the most tasteless BLT in the history of the world.
BLT on a hoagie bun.
Yeah, I don't.
You're not supposed to taste that much bread when you're eating bacon.
It was just awful. And ice in
Ah.
my orange juice get lost.
And the funny thing is now, well, that place is gone now. They tore that whole
Yeah,
area up and put a
yeah.
convention center in, but all the Coach's Corners went out of business on the same day.
Can't imagine.
And there's one that they opened up in Appleton, like brand new building and stuff. And I don't even know if it ever opened its doors. Rumor, from what I heard, the owner passed away and the kids didn't want it.
They were terrible.
Well, the weird thing is everyone you ever would talk to, they're like, "Oh, I love that place, love their wings." And I've ate there actually. Besides with you, I ate there again with Angie once, and we both were like, "Oh my god, this food is not good."
And we
And
were in there for like lunch. I mean, it's not even like we were tanked and it was like 3 in the morning, like that awful toppers that we had.
oh, I was pretty hungover though. I remember eating the food there, going,
Oh, I
"Oh my
was
god, I feel
hungover. Yeah,
worse." Oh, Toppers is bullshit. It came cold.
it was like
Um,
4 a.m.
yeah, I should have never answered that door. We were just about to go to bed. I should have never opened that door. I've eaten Toppers since then, and I've loved Toppers since then. But I don't think I touched a Toppers pizza for 2 years after that.
I haven't
And
ate
to
it
this
all since then.
and to this day, it's not my first choice. I only go there with one of the guys I drink with in Appleton. If he's out drinking and he makes the bar time, it's guaranteed. If you can't find us, we're at Toppers. He
Uh,
loves Toppers, so I've kind of gone back, but also a different location too. It wasn't the same one. I have ate at the same one here in Green Bay, and unfortunately, just not for what it cost. I wasn't impressed. It and back then we didn't have any money. I mean, we were paying for a hotel room, paid for the Packer tickets, we were paying for beer and stuff. I
yeah,
mean, that was a big deal when you're ordering a $25 pizza and it comes cold.
yeah. At 4 a.m. and it's supposed to be there at 2.
Yeah, we literally were staying awake for that stupid pizza.
Yeah.
God, that was awful. But it gives us stories. Yeah. It the I don't know why I just thought of this now, but the Maribel Cave.
Oh yes.
I heard another rumor they might build it back up, but
That's not the same anymore.
no, I know. Well, a lot of it's still standing. It's just a lot of it's not standing, so kind of
Yeah.
sucks. That was
I
kind of
mean,
a
they still
joke.
got the well out front.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We just drove by it the other day. We went and did the caves and stuff, and it's definitely a place to film a movie. It Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So you always bitching about how Star Wars is always on the same two damn planets and crap like that or whatever. And I figured out why. Because I can find 3 billion different Endor locations in Wisconsin. It's
But
cheap
they're not on
filming.
Endor.
What's that?
They're never on Endor. It's always Tatooine.
Well, I think that's more of the well, I'm talking about like fan films.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's easy to find a forest.
Yeah, it's always easy to find a forest because all the I've been watching fan films again because there's just nothing else out there, and they always take place in it. I started watching Unreal Engine 5 crap, like what they use for making games and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're using it for making movies too. And I'm like, I gotta find out what you need for this. Well, I don't have anything near the capability of running it, so I gave up and just started watching fan films. Um, but oh, that was the other thing too. It sucks too because it got the Netflix treatment. Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
Yeah.
My God, it's. I always thought the guy was kind of an ass, and maybe he is. But man, he has no problem poking fun at himself. He is hilarious. They're making fun of Time Cop. They're making fun of the fact that he does splits and everything. They're making fun of the fact that he's getting old. It is really, really funny if you know his background. Like to someone who's 20 years old and comes in and watches it, they'd be like, "This doesn't make any sense. I don't like this." But if you know his old movies, like they basically they just rip on his whole movie career and
No, yeah.
why he does straight to DVD movies and stuff like that. It's so good. I am really, really hoping that after this season I'm watching, it's it's not a cliffhanger. Like he's a special agent, so I mean, if it's left open, like, oh, what will the next mission be? That's fine because that's fine. But I'm hoping it's not like a cliffhanger where you like Alcatraz ended after the first season with the main character dead. Um,
Yeah, I like that show.
Alcatraz,
Yeah,
I loved that show. I was so pissed when it ended.
yeah, because it ended on her shot, right?
Yeah, yeah, they showed
Yeah.
her dead on the stretcher, but you knew she was going to come back. They'd
Well,
find
the
a
show
way.
didn't, so she's dead.
Yeah, yeah, she died. Wow, and that was a really good show because that was the one where all the escapees from back in the day were still the same age in her world. Like, so her grandpa was actually not much older than her. I think that's
But
how it
again, not,
ended. Did it? Didn't her grandpa maybe shoot her? Or
I
maybe
don't
he
remember
was innocent or
exactly.
something, but
I remember exactly, but it's Fox, so of course it got axed because it wasn't a reality show
yeah,
or an
that
animated
was
show.
yeah. Oh my god, I can't even watch their animated shows anymore. They have every episode they have on it's all animation on Sunday now, and it's not even
But it
good.
has been for a while.
Yeah, I like Bob's Burger. You're not a big fan of Bob's Burger though, are you?
No, I don't know why either, but
I
just
actually
not.
like it. It's the one-liners I like. The guy who plays Bob, who also plays Archer, he's a complete douchebag who needs to stop speaking. But I do like Bob's Burger.
I liked them back on Dr. Katz
Dr. Katz,
and
Dr.
home
Katz,
movies.
Dr. Katz. Was that kind of like
Dr. Katz was the first
scribble
Squiggle
drawing?
Vision. It was a Squiggle Vision, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That wasn't too.
And
I
then
didn't watch that religiously, but I did
and
watch
then
it.
home movies came out and it started as Squiggle and then they stopped.
That just sounds familiar. I don't feel like I watched that.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good voice for doing this. It's weird to think that his voice for Archer is the exact same voice as it is for Bob.
Well, it's his voice. He doesn't even change it.
No, he just uses the same one. And then
Yeah,
he
it's
was
his
doing a
voice.
commercial where it was him, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of a funny commercial, whatever. And then all of a sudden, he started talking outside of his career.
That's
And I'm
usually
like,
when things go wrong.
I know. I'm just like, God damn it! Don't wreck the illusion for me. Ooh, what was that?
It had to be on your end.
All right, good. Not good. I'm really amazed that my computer even handles this. I'll come down here tomorrow and everything's like blue screen to the death saying reboot.
As long as it
But
handles it for this. As
yeah, it's all good for
long as it makes it
this.
through this.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you know
think
what? I mean, we could talk about video games, but there's not fucking anything to talk about.
oh, well, we'll do it anyways in our next podcast.